Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we're gonna make a video on how to die a lot less in Roblox BedWars. So let's get right into it. So the first reason is that you guys don't have the best equipment to kill people. So basically what I'm saying is that you guys are taking dumb fights. Generally, when you're fighting an opponent in Roblox BedWars, basically the one that wins is whoever has the best equipment. So say I had a diamond sword and I fought somebody who only had a wooden sword, I'm most likely gonna win just for the fact that my damage multiplier is a lot more than his, and that overall, just help me win the fight. Though no worries, because there is a few ways to fix yourself taking dumb fights. The first thing that I do instead of what other people do is usually I save up 20 iron so I can buy a stone sword right off bat. Some people like to buy blocks off bat, but if you rush somebody's base and they don't end up buying blocks at all and they're saving up for a stone sword, they're gonna have the advantage in a fight for the fact that you have a wooden sword and they'll have a stone sword. So from the start of the round, just get 20 iron and straight off the bat buy a stone sword. That's the fastest way if you ask me. And that just doesn't go for the beginning of the matches, that really goes for the whole entire game. Try to always have better loot than the opponent that you're gonna go against, because you'll be at a huge advantage versus him that will most likely lose because your loot is just 10 times better than his. So just keep that in mind when you go into your next BedWars match. Okay, the next tip is to try and figure out what you're dying from and why you're dying. So say you and this guy are having an equal match. Alright, both you have a leather armor and a wooden sword. Okay, you guys both are going head to head. You guys are pretty equal. If you die, try to recap and think about why you died and what you can do better so you won't die next time. If you can, or if your setup is good enough, try to record yourself so every time you die, you can go back to the recording and see why you died. The biggest problem for me was that every time I would go and fight somebody, I would try to overbuild instead of actually swinging my sword. In Roblox BedWars, there's a lot of lag, so no matter how good you really are at building, no matter how good your reaction time is, you will most likely lag. So the second you place a block, you'll probably get a hit or two off before you can do it. So that was really my main issue. I tried overbuilding more than actually the combat portion of Roblox BedWars. And the way I fixed that is that some games I would just go without building at all. Yeah, I would buy blocks to bridge over, but that's really about it. I wouldn't staircase up or anything. I would just fight them head on without building at all. So that's really what I did to help myself not do that problems again and reduce my chances of dying. So just remember to record your gameplay and to also recap on why you died and how to prevent yourself from dying. And that's pretty much it for tip 2. Okay, now tip 3. Okay, this next tip is pretty easy and pretty obvious. That tip is become a better player. Because think about it, the better player you are, the faster you can build, the more you can combo somebody, the more knockback you can do. That all makes you a better player, and it makes you a lot harder to die than someone else that can't do those things. Yeah, nobody's perfect, but if you are a better player, the chances of you dying are going to be a lot less than if you're not somebody that's very good. And if you really want to know how to become a better player, I have a bunch of videos made. Well, not really a bunch, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be making a lot of videos, so subscribe to the channel if you want to learn to get better at Roblox BedWars. But yeah, that's really tip 3. Now this is another self-explanatory tip. Know your surroundings, because a lot of people die from behind because they don't see the person coming. And I know plenty of times where I'm bridging and I don't see a person and they snipe me off with the bow. So really just every once in a while, do a quick 360 to see your surroundings, because a lot of people die in dumb ways like that can easily be prevented by just taking 2 seconds just to look around and make sure nobody's coming after you. Because a lot of people die that way, and you don't want to die that way, especially if you want to become a better player. You don't see good players dying in ways like that just for the fact that it's so dumb and easy to fix. So the way to fix that, just take a few seconds and do a quick 360. That's all it is. And the last and final tip is to take a lot less fights. People die because they're rushing way too much when they don't even need to. The goal of BedWars is to break everyone's bed and be the last one alive. You don't have to get a lot of kills to win the game. If you just want to stay alive long, just don't fight anybody. Just focus on getting emerald armor if you can, and an emerald sword. That's the easiest way to win by far, and the easiest way to stay alive is by just not fighting anyone at all. So if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more how-to content on Roblox BedWars. So that'll be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later.